I have some confessions to make. I am not proud of what I am about to say, but before I enter my 30s, I have to get this off my chest. And I have told many of the people that I need to tell and apologize to, I have already done so. But I have to release the pressure. As a child, I was a thief. A thief. And I'm not proud of it. I'm not proud of it. And the first two people that I want to apologize to are my brothers. My dad would go get gas, and sometimes just as a gift, he would go get us a Starburst and tell us to share it. But he would entrust me with, dividing it all up and giving them out. And I think 12 came in the pack. Can't quote me on it, but I just loved the red and the pink ones. They were just so good, and like if I put them in my mouth at the same time, it created this red-pink fusion. I don't know what flavor. They were just good. And there was something, the pressure of it all. And they were calling me and they were saying, Melaina, you can't give these to your brothers. You gotta eat us. We're so good. And so I would eat two, a red and a pink infusion form. And then I'd realize, man, there's 10 left. That's not good even dividing. I've got to eat one more. So I did, and yes, it would be a pink or red. And then I would take them to my brothers and say, hey guys, Dad bought us some Starburst, but he ate 3 of them. So there's 9 left. We've got to split them. All the good colors are gone. And I could see the disappointment in their faces. I could see the disappointment, and they would say, okay. And I would turn around. I'm sorry, Malcolm and Matthew. Next, I'd like to apologize to my parents. In children's church, when we were younger, there was this children's store where if you got these little pieces of paper that were in the form of money, and on them it said something like, if ye be willing and obedient, ye shall eat the good of the land. So it was this way of saying like, hey, if you're doing good, you're going to get one of these scripts and you can go to the student store and like buy stuff. It was like Chuck E. Cheese at church. And there was this Barbie Jeep. It was a beautiful Barbie Jeep. It was pink, and I just had the right Barbies to go into this Barbie Jeep. But it was like 750 script. And I would watch these little girls walk up to the student store with their 750 scripts all rubber band together and buy these cars. And there was one left. And I was so sure I could get this car, but I couldn't. You want to know why? Because nobody would give me any script. Now, my parents were teachers. They were children's church teachers. They were bomb children's church teachers, okay? But I think because my parents were teachers, people didn't want to play favoritism with me, so I never got no script. So when I was praising the Lord and saying, I walk by faith because that's how I live, nobody was putting nothing in my hand. I was praising the Lord. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Oh, there goes the teacher. Nobody would give me any script. So I remember walking down the hall. I'm not proud of this, but I remember walking down the hall and opening up the cabinet, and Dad's Bible was there, and I noticed there was this little flash of paper inside the Bible, and I realized he had been putting the script in his Bible that he gives out to kids. So I thought, hey, why don't I take one script every single day. And by the end of this year, I am going to have 750 script for that Barbie Jeep. So I did it. I slid that script out of that Bible, and I slid another one. And I slid about, I ended up taking about like 10 at a time. But it never worked out for me because I could never save them. Because every time I went to the student store, I would buy red and pink candies and stale popcorn. So I learned my lesson not to steal because I couldn't save the money up to get the Barbie Jeep. And I think another girl got it and she didn't even have to pay for it. She just got blessed. So mom and dad, I'm sorry. And lastly, I would like to say sorry to a young lady I was in elementary school with. I can't remember her name. We were probably in the 4th grade. There was the Scholastic Book Fair. I stole education supplies. I stole school supplies. I love pens. I love paper. I love rulers. That's important to me. And it was important to me then. And I would take pens and rulers and school supplies from students that I didn't think were there to learn, that weren't interested. And I remember the book fair, and I was trying to choose between these 2 books, Soup from a Stone, fancy that, or To Give a Mouse a Cookie. And I chose Soup from a Stone, and this girl chose To Give a Mouse a Cookie, but I really wanted to read To Give a Mouse a Cookie. It looked like a great book. It had so many great colors. So while she was not looking, I stole it. I put it in my backpack. I went home. I wrote my name in it. I read it. I enjoyed it. I brought it back to school the very next day and sat right next to her and began to read it. I was very bold. I don't know why I did it, but I did it. And I remember she said, "Melaina, that's my book." And I said, no, it's not. And she said, "Yes, it is. That's my book. I was looking for my book. Somebody stole my book. That's my book." I said, "No, it's not your book. My mother bought this book for me yesterday, the same day as the Scholastic Fair book fair." Yeah, I said book fair, book fair. And she said, "Let me see." So I gave it to her. She opened it up. She saw my name in it. She knew it wasn't my book. She didn't really want to read it. I knew all along. And she said, "Whatever." And I said, "Thank you. Yes, thank you." I could have gotten beaten up that day. She was very popular, and she was very, she would beat me up. But she didn't. And I thank God for it. And I thank God for the deliverance. I am delivered. I don't steal people's school supplies, and I don't steal pens anymore. And I do not like people stealing my pens. That's when I realized that I wasn't going to steal anymore. People started stealing my pens. So I just feel so much better getting that off my chest and confessing. And I just want to say thank you. Thank you for letting me do this. And remember, don't be a thief, because all you're going to end up with is some little pieces of candy and some stale popcorn. Thank you.